My name is Margot Lee Shetterly, and I am the author of the book Hidden Figures. My father, being a scientist, always made sure that I took all of the calculus, the advanced math, the trigonometry, the physics. And my mother is an English professor, and she always made sure that I did my best in anything that had to do with language and literature. I had a real influence from both of my parents. One of the jobs that I had when I was in elementary school is I had a paper route. And my dad had a paper route when he was a kid, and he said to me and to my brother, okay, it's time for you guys to go out there and to work, get a paper route. And so I was the head of the paper route, and I employed my brother. My first job out of college was working on Wall Street as an investment banker. But I also worked in software, I worked as a consultant, did a job where I was working with a public television program. I've been an entrepreneur in many different ways. I've had a number of different jobs before becoming a writer, which I consider to be the best job I've ever had. Hidden Figures really came out of a conversation that I had between my husband and my father, talking about some of the women that my father had worked with at NASA. He's a retired NASA Langley research scientist and knew many of the women, worked with many of the women that I wrote about in my book. And so really that first conversation sparked a lot of curiosity, which really set me down the road to researching and then writing what would become Hidden Figures. I think that being able to communicate clearly, to speak to people, to have a conversation with people, to write, to understand what you're thinking and to be able to write clearly so that other people understand it, to be able to read what other people have written and listen to what they're saying. Those are skills that are going to benefit you regardless of what your career, whether you're a mathematician or scientist. Excellent communication skills will take you throughout your entire career, and you will never regret having worked on that particular part of your skill set. True failure is not making a mistake. True failure is failing to learn from those mistakes. And real success comes out of seeing those failures, analyzing what happened, taking it on the chin, picking yourself up again, and moving forward with that new knowledge. If you look at successful people over time, nobody who is successful fails to make mistakes, but they may fail to learn from those mistakes.